Welcome to Duality Gamecast, game reviews by people who love to play games.
We just got back from Gen Con, we got a lot of cool footage, and we saw a lot of cool stuff.
Up next is our interview and gameplay demo with Gamelyn Games and their game Tiny Epic Galaxies.
Okay guys, we're here today with two fine young gentlemen.
I'm Nathan Hatfield, creative manager with Gamelyn Games.
I'm Michael Carl, the founder and owner of Gamelyn Games. So. How many Gen Cons have you guys been to so far?
This is my fifth. This is actually my very first Gen Con. Yep.
How's it been for you?
Oh, it's amazing. I couldn't believe the amount of people that I've been able to see here, and just, it's amazing that something like this actually exists. It's quite incredible.
Yeah, so it all started for me with Gen Con. Like, getting into this industry and learning about this, there was a hobby industry for board games. It began with Gen Con 2011. So it all started there, and now here I am, back for the fifth time, and with a publishing company and an awesome little series of games called Tiny Epic, Tiny Epic Galaxies. So you released quite a few Tiny Epic games already. What's your current one that you're releasing right now? So in production, that actually just wrapped up production this week. It's actually sitting on the boat right now, and I think it's going to be in the shore of China on Monday or Tuesday, is Tiny Epic Galaxies. So this one is wrapped up. It'll be in Max's hands in September, right on time for our next preliminary. This one just turned out fantastic, so I'm super proud of this one. Hit retail at the end of October. So October 30th is a street date for retail. Let's go get some other stuff from works. Yes, absolutely. So we actually just wrapped up our project for Tiny Epic Galaxies, which is the first full expansion to our Smashing Tiny Epic Kingdoms, which started the whole Tiny Epic line for us. This was a nice, robust expansion set. Did very well on Kickstarter, just a little over 180,000. So a lot of support. We're just finalizing the files for this and then enter production. So we're still a little ways out from delivery. Looking to have this in Max's hands by February and on shelves in March.
Awesome, Jeff. And how's your work?
Dude, is there more Tiny Epic?
No,
is there more?
We're hungry, man. We love what we do. We love making Tiny Epic games. We love the support that our backers are showing with Tiny Epic games.
Backers are saying what they want and giving it to them.
So here it is. This is the one that's in development right now. We're not looking to kickstart this until January, so we've got plenty of time. January 11th.
January 11th is Kickstarter date.
So check it out on Kickstarter then. Meanwhile, you can follow us on our website at GamelynGames.com. You can learn more about the game. You can follow it on BGG and kind of keep up with how the game's developing and check out some art and things like that. So, yeah.
Awesome. Well, let's go.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Okay. And then that's going to be the activation bay. It's going to be a dice-driven action system where you'll be rolling dice based on the number of dice that are available to you from your galaxy. So you're going to want to take your little octagon here, your hexagon, and put that on the star space. That's your empire track. So that's going to show you what level your empire is. Currently it's level 1. You'll see from having the level 1 track, you have access to 2 ships and 4 dice. So take 2 ships and place them in the center of your galaxy. With the other 2 ships remaining, you can give yourself a little reminder as to when you unlock your 3rd and when you unlock your 4th. Then you're going to be managing resources. You have energy and you have culture. So in the beginning, you start with 2 energy. So take the cube and place it on the 2, and take the column and place it on the 1. You'll use this track to control your resources and manage them. So as you gain, you'll be just increasing. You can't gain more than 7 of any type. And then, of course, as you spend them, you'll just take it back down the other direction. If you can go to 0, and that would just be off the board. So we also have secret missions in the game. I'm going to go ahead and pass out 2 secret missions, but I'll continue to explain the game a little bit before you discard 1, because you'll only have 1 for play. This is a victory point race. You guys are going to be all shooting for the highest victory points. The end of the game is triggered when somebody reaches 21 victory points. You will play through until everybody has had an equal number of turns. So you'll want to keep track of who started, and then we'll go from there. But once 21 victory points has been reached, you'll play back to the start player. You'll end the game, and then you'll add up all of your points. Your points are going to come from planets that you acquire throughout the game, and you're going to see the point value represented in the blue swirl at the bottom. And you're also going to get points from the level of your galaxy, and that'll be represented there at the top of the galaxy there. Okay, so in a 4-player game, you set your planets up above your activation bay, and you go number of players plus 2. So we'll set out 6 here. When checking out these planet cards, things you want to pay attention to and things that are going to be meaningful to you are, of course, the value that it has in victory points, also the ability that it has, so you'll want to familiarize yourself and read the abilities. This tracker here is going to be the colonization track. You're going to be able to move ships to that track, and then based on the type of influence that it uses, whether economy or diplomacy, you're going to be rolling these dice, and you're going to be locking them in to move up tracks of that type. And that would, each single die would move up 1 space on the track. To move your ships around, the ships that you have in your galaxy, you're going to be using this icon. To gain more of the energy resource, you'll be using that icon. To gain more of the culture resource, you'll be using that icon. And to activate abilities, and in the beginning of the game, the only ability you have is to upgrade your empire, which would allow you to improve the level of your empire. And you'll do that by using this icon, and you'll pay the amount that equals the level you're going to be gaining to. So you'll all have to pay 2 to get to level 2, 3 to get to level 3, but you have to pay strictly of 1 type. 2 energy, you just can't mix and match. Can't go 1 energy, 1 culture, for instance. When you roll the die to officially take the action and to claim it as your action, you have to lock it in, and that's what you'll place it on the activation bay, and you'll announce to everybody, I'm locking in my movement. You'll then move your ship. When you move your ship, you can move him either to the entrance of the colonization track or to the surface of the planet. If you move to the surface of the planet, you'll stand him up and you'll take the action, or the action that's listed on that planet, you'll take it immediately. This one actually says repeat the action on an already locked die, meaning that I could, take another movement right away and go somewhere else, just, from that. If you move on this track, that's when you'll want to start locking in your influences. If you eventually get to the end of the track, that's when you'll take the planet and you'll slide the planet under or near
The plexiglass is a little hard.
your galaxy, and that'll start to expand the abilities that your galaxy has access to. You'll also then claim those victory points. So now, when yellow player locks in the colony action, she would be able to choose which of these she would like to take. She can upgrade her empire like she's been doing with that action, or instead now she can do what she has from her newly acquired planet. So in that way, you'll be drafting your own special powers, and kind of customizing your galaxy to the way you like it. There is so one quick thing about when you lock in a die, and this is probably the most compelling part of the game, and keeps the downtime in the game at a minimum, is your culture resource comes into play. If somebody locks in a die and takes that action, there is a moment where all other players that have the culture resource, they can choose to follow that action by spending 1 culture. And then they would be able to duplicate the action on the die. They don't have to do exactly what you did with the action, but they can take that action by spending their culture. And so if you have a lot of culture, and you can follow every die your opponent uses, it's very likely that on your off turn, you'll do better than whoever is the active player. And then now it's your turn.
You're like, oh, great. I get a roll, but I just felt like I rolled.
And then we do have little screen printing on the bits there, so if you flip your cube and your column over, that'll just help with the reminder that the bolt is your energy and the column is your culture. There's also the converter. So if you don't like what you've rolled, you could lock in 2 die that you're not going to use to change the face of a third one and lock it in, and you would just do that by placing them here. These ones are now unused. Also, if you don't like your roll, then you get 1 free reroll every time it's your turn. So, and you can reroll as many as you'd like, just not what you've locked in. If, despite that free reroll, you still don't like what you have, that's when the second purpose of the energy resource comes into play, and you can spend that at 1 energy for another reroll. So, and again, at each reroll, it could be as many as you'd like, but you'll have to start spending energy per. So with that said, we'll go ahead and begin. And now go ahead and actually discard the secret mission that you don't want to go for. The one that you do want to keep, you can just discreetly keep it to the side and not show anybody. Okay, so we'll go ahead and start the game off here at yellow, and I can kind of help walk you through the first couple of things here. So because you're a level 1 galaxy, you have access to 4 dice. So go ahead and roll your 4 dice. Because she didn't go first. So had you went first, you would have been totally screwed. Yeah. So you can get screwed that way. So
So you still want to play even further ahead if you can.
But yeah, you will not get another turn.
Yeah, you could spend this to try to get more energy to do something. I don't know. You need culture.
There's a 2-pointer, but you only have 2 dice left.
Yeah.
And just maybe something with your secret mission. If you remember what the secret mission is. Alright, there it is, 21 points, so
Let Dylan win this game.
forcing it to close.
Yeah, there we go. Right. I have horribly lost this game.
How bad you took?
Not good. I'm not good at Epic Galaxies. I guess I'll just have to buy 5 copies and play it every day.
You'll get it so worn out, you know?
I just have to get multiple games, but like a chess masters, just get 5 games.
And this is only just the base version, so this actually doesn't include the mini expansion satellites and super weapons. Yeah, satellites and
like
super
a Death Star. So a big metal planet sits up here with super powerful abilities, like 3 times, 4 times the power of a normal planet. But you have to acquire these satellites to send to the super weapon to use it. You can destroy the super weapon. You can fly around it and blow it up, and it's worth points. And,
God dang it.
Yep, it's no moon. I almost just feel like I should go home, but
Go for it.
go big, baby. All right. That is not going to. I'm going to
Keep that, or keep all stars.
and then yeah, I should have gone on the planets. Reroll
So if we
these.
get geek all
Oh wait,
stars
I get these
quick,
too.
we can.
yeah, it's a lot of chance of time.
So you gotta keep any of those. Want to keep that one. Reroll these.
Keep all stars from Crown Plaza. Stretch from here. I'm pretty sure it's like
I think that's
I'll go ahead.
Grand
I'll launch the
Plaza.
ship.
Crown Plaza.
Put this on here. But you can't imagine me succeeding with that. We'll spend an energy. Reroll these 2 dice. Spend energy to reroll those 2 dice. We'll spend energy. I'm going to reroll all these dice. I was trying to not go too big. 1, 2, sorry. 1, 2, 3.
There you go. Well played.
Now you can
It's not really enough to.
make a reroll.
Yeah, no, I got too excited.
You blew your proverbial load.
Yeah. There's nothing I can do with 3 dice on the board that I can see, so I think I'm just going to weep and pass.
Let's cry. Right, there's the commander. Yeah, there you go. Nice, you got a general for the galaxy.
What?
Nice.
Is he walking around the con? I've seen pictures online.
He's not here at the con. No. BGG con, maybe Essen. He didn't make it to Gen Con.
Maybe next
Not this year. Next
Not next year. Next year, he absolutely. Gamelyn's a hard man to track down, you know, he's a busy guy, he's got a lot to do. Running a kingdom's not easy. really running a fanatic universe. You will not go quietly into the night.
I love these dice.
Yes, these guys are awesome. Yeah, I think I'm done. There's 2 dice if you can get there. Alright, that's it.
All right.
Game over, man.
So, 21 points. Did you score your secret mission?
Secret mission failed.
Did you score your secret mission?
No.
How many points do you have?
I have 13.
Okay.
Game 2, if you do not have any of your ships in your
You
galaxy
got my
in the
secret
game.
mission. Do you want to trade?
Yeah, she needed all those economy planets.
Mine was have the most planets, which I was doing like the reverse strategy on. So that was
Fair.
What's your total victory point?
18.
18. And what was your team?
13.
I have 17, 18, 19.
Oh, he did get his thing.
So you won it. Congratulations.
Congrats. Nice.
So that was our preview for Tiny Epic Galaxies. It's going to be released this fall.
Next up for Gamelyn Games is Tiny Epic West. Goes on Kickstarter in January.
Thank you guys. Don't forget to subscribe.
Sore throat voice.
Okay. You need to do that?
Yes, yeah, so saying subscribe.
Subscribe.
Use a high-pitched voice. It sounds better on camera. Camera. Camera.